1, 2, get down. Paid the cost to be the boss. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York.
As legal aliens in New York, we've just had the pleasure of reviewing Triumph's Street Twin. We've rumbled in the jungle of Manhattan, and talking our best Trumpistani, we're happy to bring this beautifully formed piece of British engineering to you. While we duck and dive amongst the skyscrapers and peculiarly aggressive yellow cab drivers here, we wonder where Triumph's heart lies. Triumph's been a bit of a funny one for us. With most brands of bike, you know what you're getting. Ducati is passion, KTM's the hard man, Honda is sensible, Suzuki is speed, and so on. The thing is, you can get whatever you like from Triumph. They've filled all the product niches: street bikes, tourers, adventure bikes, retros. Their website and showrooms overflow with great iterations of everything. But we wonder what it's all about. Whereas, for example, BMW is about depth of engineering, what's Triumph's reason to be? Well, Britishness is one answer. So, what's Britishness? Is it Paul Smith, the Beatles, Chelsea Football Club, Anthony Joshua? The answer to that is, it's classic range. Triumph's classic range is quintessentially British, understated, cool, and timeless. The Street Twin is exactly the sort of bike no one else has the credibility nor heritage to produce with such beautifully judged style. It's to its great credit that Triumph has taken something classic and transformed it with modern technology and made it into something timeless. That's a lot more enduring. With this sort of reimagining of the past, Triumph is once again fully relevant. Let's get to the nuts and bolts of this easily accessible, inexpensive bike. It's powered by a 900cc liquid-cooled Euro 4 compliant new engine from Triumph. As the heart of the bike, it looks both modern and classic. Peak power is a modest 55 horsepower, but there's a lot of torque in the way that it's been configured, and along with its 5-speed gearbox, you'll never be short of locomotive power. This one's stirred rather than shaken. Supported by super smooth throttle-by-wire fueling, the fine chassis makes this ride an eager one that's always limbering up for a bit of fun. The ride is forgiving and comfortable, even 2-up, though you will notice it hitting its stops from time to time. The ABS brakes are fine, Nissan single discs front and back. They don't give sports bike instant stoppage, but it's not that kind of bike. Keep your eyes peeled and think ahead, chaps. Instrumentation is clever. Clear feedback on key functions of the bike are readily seen in the circular console, which reminds us a little bit of Mini's dials and which combine digital and analog feedback with real charm. Along with its handsome and sonorous pipes, it also speaks rather well. Triumph offers a bike that you can customize and invest with your own character. That's easier than ever with this entry-level Street Twin ticket to British heritage. From an aesthetic perspective, there are over 100 standard customizations one can order from the factory, whether you want shiny cam covers, bright LEDs, quilted leather seats, bar-end mirrors, or something like a smoky little fly screen. It's very easy indeed to make this bike your own. There are a few performance modifications possible too, but largely the Street Twin is about looking and feeling good in a package which threatens neither your wallet nor your riding skills. And that's not to damn it with faint praise. Sometimes you ride a bike which is so simply right that you wonder what else you really need from your two-wheeled mount. Apart from off-roading and touring, there's very little we wouldn't jump on this bike and do with real enthusiasm. You can hear all of this in the words of the people at Ducati Triumph NYC who helped us with this episode. It's a great dealership in the south of Manhattan, not only pumping out Triumph's standard products, but also doing more customizing than you'd ever expect out of a New York store. We've obviously been out on this bike, the Street Twin.
Yeah, out of the box, it was our highest volume selling bike that we had here. It was a great price point, very accessible.
It's agility.
Yeah.
You know, it's lighter than the old one, more powerful, more torque.
Triumph is the people's brand.
I like the style. I like the cast wheels.
Yeah.
You know, a bit of 70s inspiration there.
They were really marketing towards female riders. Like, come look,
Yeah.
we've lowered the ride height,
Yeah.
we've kind of lessened the power, it's a little bit more nimble, it's got some safety features on it, come
Yeah.
ride. And I was like, come on ladies, this is a bike for you.
This was able to really garner a lot of people coming in. New riders were into it, and maybe re-emerging riders.
The brakes were the only things which, let's say, weren't over-spec.
It's a street twin.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do you need
It's
powerful
fine.
brakes for a street
I
twin?
know, I know. Well, if this was an animal,
Ooh.
what would
Yeah.
the Street Twin be?
A chameleon.
An antelope.
A domestic cat.
A mule.
It's very adaptable.
The feline of the motorbike world. It's agile.
Not quite as powerful as a lion.
It changes for what you need it to be.
A utilitarian motorcycle.
We basically agree with the team. If this bike were an animal, it'd be a mule, strong, hard-working, reliable, and able to do anything you need, with a bit of charm. The boss in this bike is the marriage of huge character with perfect manners. Maybe they should lend it to the Donald for a while. He could do with learning some timeless British dulce et decorum.